Hello everyone and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. If this is your first time visiting, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And for those of you that have enjoyed the video, please think about giving it a thumbs up at the end. So what I'm about to do today is decorate my Savannah style porch. I do have a double porch, one up at top and down at the bottom. You know, your typical Savannah style. But today I will just be decorating, and not just because this was a lot of work, but I will be doing the lower portion, and we will have an evening light tour of the porch. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so I shared this in my last video. For those of you that might have missed it, I made a table trellis, and now we're going to add on, and I will be adding this small little table that was purchased from Lowe's. I will make sure to try to link as much as I can in my products list, but also my description box as well. So again, I started with this small little black table down here at the bottom. And to that, I am adding, let's see if I can say this right. How many of you have a problem saying the name of this chair? I'm one. Is it a Adirondack? Adirondack? Adirondack. Adirondack. I believe that's how we pronounce it. Okay. The most comfortable chair in all of the land. So what I am doing over on this side of the porch is I'm making a sweet little reading nook out here on my porch. And I wanted to make sure that I was super comfortable, and that is why I decided to purchase this chair with a side table. Now, underneath the concrete table, I do have two smaller black stands there. I don't know about where all of you are located, but here in the Carolinas, we have been raining and raining and raining and raining and raining. So I have not been able to spray these stands. It's too wet, but I will get to it. So on one of them, I just added my potted ivy that I have in the clay pot, and I have not decorated with these for some time now. It's been a few years. These bird cages were purchased from Hobby Lobby. Let me see. Yes. I was like, I know this wreath is going to fit in there. The wreath was also purchased from Hobby Lobby as well. And what I'm going to do is just pull out little pieces of it to help it look more natural, not just, you know, a wreath shoved inside of a bird cage. So I have the wreath all pulled through, and now I have these indoor-outdoor candles that were purchased from Lowe's. The chair and table was purchased from Lowe's as well. And again, I will make sure to share links in my products list in my description box. Okay, so we have the wreath, and here we have the candle. I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't read the candles. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have to locate some batteries. But no need to. Batteries are already at the bottom of the candle. So I placed one up on the stand and then another down on the ground. I think at this point it's probably just going to be easier to go and buy another wreath from Hobby Lobby for my other bird cage versus trying to weave through boxes out in my garage right now. But I like the different layering going on here underneath the table. And if you look closely at the bunny, he's been into the berries. So he has dripping berry going down his face. Okay, I have these little, they're little tea light holders, stakes that I purchased a few years ago that I love working with. And I place these all in my different planter pots. Sometimes out and they go gorgeously in a walkway. Right now, these will move, you'll see. But I placed 3 under the maple for right now. Look at this gorgeous piece. I don't think there's a prettier green out there than this right here. This is a glass watering can. Well, glass jug, not a can. That was purchased from Target. Again, I will try to see if they're still available. If so, I will share a link. But it is the prettiest green ever. And underneath my chair, I added just a very small, narrow blue rug, blue and like a beigey color, because I want my feet to be down on a rug. I didn't so much want to place it here in the center because it gets kind of wet from my watering. And then a little tote on the back of the chair, because what I plan on doing with this piece here is placing my magazines inside or my books, but they will always go back inside the house when I'm done thumbing through my magazines or reading a book. Because of the humidity, the pages would, just get too wet, and it would damage them. So I just plan on filling the tote with whatever it is I want to read or thumb through, and then when I leave my reading area, it will go back inside with me. Okay, here is the front of the house, and I have one little mat up at top right now, but I'm going to take you through a cleaning process to revive these. So I have about 5 steps going up, and I love this entrance, just coming up the brick steps. So we're going to clean it up and just enhance it. Okay, so these are all dirty and nasty from last year, and I have this tire and rubber cleaner. And you are going to see a big difference in these. Let me turn it on. You just spray it all over and then scrub it with the brush. What is nice about this cleaner is the rich black color is going to come back, and these will not be slippery. That's important, right? You don't want a mat like this when you're going up steps to be slippery. So I'm just brushing over it with this brush, and then you rinse it off with water. I'll take you over here so you can see. I scrubbed it really good, and now just with water, you just rinse it off, and as you can see, look at all that icky, dirty water coming off at the bottom. And it just really, this product just really brings your mats back to life. So down here at the bottom, I have my Mrs. Powers Mackenzie Childs mat. And then the other ones were purchased from Ballard Designs. And I've had these for a couple of years now. And just adding the black onto this red brick just made all the difference. And then we have the railing on the sides that is black. And I love my boxwood planters with the ivy going around. It's just giving me the look that I absolutely love. Now I will add more up on the steps. So the baskets I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and then I have ivy with the hydrangeas inside. The one to the left is larger. This is the one that Cody got me, my son, for Mother's Day. And the one to the right, that, it's new, so it's smaller. Now, I don't too much stress on my baskets outside because there's nothing like a worn basket and when decorating your garden on the outside of the home. I mean, how many of you have seen images of baskets out in English gardens that they have mildew and they're broken down, but you can tell that it was once a solid basket. I love that image. Up at top, I added, why a fern? I went blank there for a minute. I am tired. And as you can see, I have some weeding to do off to the left and off to the right. So we're going to move over here onto this side of the porch now. And what am I doing here? I am going to place down a rug. I'm not so much going to worry about that dirty spot right now. I'll take care of that later. But I decided to put so those of you that have been following me, I tried putting this down in my living room at my home that I lived at before this one, and it just was not working. It was all kinds of a disaster and wrong, and I'm just determined to use this rug, and it just works perfectly in this spot. I placed a very simple table and 2 chairs over here for right now. I would love to have wicker, but because it's not screened in, I won't go that direction. I might go more of a heavy-duty iron set, but for right now, this will work just fine. Why don't I want wicker? Because spiders. Spiders like getting inside, and I don't too much care to get bit by a black widow or something. I have these linen throws that were just recently purchased from Home Goods, and I just thought that they matched very well with my rug. So this rug is from Ruggable, and it just has, the creams that are in the rug and the beige. It's just all working well with one another here. So again, the throws came from Home Goods, and the table and chairs from Lowe's, and the rug from Ruggable. And then how sweet are these pillows? I'm loving, as you can see, the stripes right now and the floral. These were purchased from Home Goods. And it just all works. So it's just working for me. I'm very pleased with how this space is turning out. And it was important for me to put my table and chairs up first to see how much room I'm going to have on the sides to add more. Not today, of course, because I had to get this figured out. But I have these placemats that were just recently purchased from Home Goods. not a bad price, but I thought that it would warm things up on the table. And then again, I placed a terracotta with some of my ivy off to the side. This next piece was purchased from Home Goods as well, and it holds a little taper candle, and there's gonna be times, sorry, I had to cough. There's going to be times when, you know, we're out here and we're having tea or just a little meal, and I thought candlelight would work great. And look at this little shell. Blue and white. It's a Portugal, hand painted. And this was $19.99 at Home Goods. I picked up 2 of them because there were just 2 of them. And I have the perfect plan for these. Let me get it all put together back here. And it will go on this table. Some matchsticks. And then at the bottom is a striker. A striker was placed on for the matches. How perfect. Cute little vessel. So pretty much as far as the furniture goes for right now, again, there's something I can add here and over on the other side. What do I want to do? I think maybe a basket would be really nice here and have some greenery on top of it. Again, I don't too much care. Now, no water gets on this porch. That's what's so great. So the rug, well, it's a ruggable, so you can wash and dry the rug, and it's not a problem with it being out in the elements, you know, with the humidity and all. But right now I have these, as you can see, I planted some hostas in the back there. I just put them in some of my smaller terracotta pots. They will definitely outgrow them this year, but for right now, they'll work perfectly fine inside of the small pots. These larger black ones, Target was having a wonderful Memorial Day sale. The fern came from Lowe's, as you can see, and the pots, I believe I paid $6 for them, which is not bad because, you know, it is a nice sized pot. So I have it filled with my Miracle Grow. I am a Miracle Grow girl. Now, some of my gardening, though, I do like to go organic if it works well with the finances, because organic soil, you know, it's just a little bit more than others. And then I'm just going to add soil all around the fern. And for me this year, I'm just really going with the ferns and the hydrangeas and the ivy. What is it? And these are plants I love working with always during the summer. Now, when I was in California, not the ferns, because they just don't. I would just kill them dead every time. Me and a fern in California, it just doesn't work. It's too dry and just too hot. But what are some plants you like to place around your home, out on your patio or your porch during, and sometimes you're going to hear me, even though I'm on my porch, I'm going to call it a patio. I do it all the time. It's okay. But anyhow, what's something that you like to plant? And my porch does not get sunlight. So, and no one is really coming out with shade-loving plants yet because it's been kind of cool. But as the weather gets warmer, I'm sure they will come out. But what are some good shade-loving plants that you know of? Because I would really love some on my patio. So up on the door, for just keeping it simple for right now, I just placed my variegated faux ivy wreath up here. I will be adding to it. I want to have some sort of ribbon or sash on it. And underneath it, I'm thinking about maybe with some command strips, putting a lightweight, like longer wicker type of basket on my door. I think that would be kind of really cute. This door was black, but for some reason they painted it blue, so I'm dealing with it. So now I'm going to take you up. We're going to have an evening light tour. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you come back for more.